everybody. I am going to be reviewing and comparing each Han Solo Millennium Falcon Microfighter. I decided not to bring the box or the instructions for this because I just didn't want to waste that time doing it. But I will be reviewing each one separately, and then I will be comparing them. So the first one is the original one, at least I believe they've made. So you do get a very nice Han Solo minifigure. His hairpiece could be a little bit better, but for its time coming out, it was pretty good. He has some nice printing for his shirt or torso piece. It kind of reminds me of the scene in the cantina, what he's wearing a little bit. I believe this is from the New Hope Han Solo, and then you get his nice pants, which have a little silver thing right here, and then they have the his like belt, and then there's his like torso piece. He comes with the standard pistol, so it represents his gun, which I think is pretty good. And then he has like on the back nothing really, just blue, nothing on his arms, and on his back he's got a little bit of detail on there. I'm not quite sure what that is. He comes with his normal standard face, and then you can also replace it with his like smiling face or whatever. And he can fit very nicely into the cockpit, which is right here. You can just set him into there. So the Millennium Falcon itself is a good build. I like this, so I will start with the front. You get the two lights, which I think look really nice. There's this thing. I don't like that little gap right there. I think it leaves too much stuff being visible. I wish they could have closed that up. You can, I think, move this piece a little bit, but it's better if you just keep it down. You get this little red piece, some more little detail. You get the cool antenna. I wish it would had like a little more posability. It can only move like up and down like that. I don't know if you can see that, but you can only move up and down. You do get two flip fire missiles, which in my opinion are okay, but as far as firing goes, they're kind of unpredictable on how far they'll actually shoot, so they're not the best. Over here, I like this black piece. I think it stands out for the cockpit, and I think that they did a nice job on that. I like this white piece right here, where you sit the Han Solo minifigure himself. I have one problem with this, is that sometimes this piece right here will come out. It's kind of easy to just kind of pop out, so I wish there was a little more maybe reinforcement right there that you could just set them on there and it wouldn't pop out. On the back, I like this design right here. You have like the docking thing right there, and there's none on this side, but the jets are also really nice. I think it would have been a little better if they did it so you didn't really see these studs. They did all of maybe these pieces around there, and then on the bottom you have these 4 pieces, so it looks like it can so it just stands better. Or if you want to like have it so it's like flying on the ground, I guess you could have it like hover a little bit, which I think is nice. But there's nothing really too special about this other than that. So for the new one, you get a brand new Han Solo. This one is about the same to the other one, but you do get a newer hairpiece, which I think looks really nice. I actually really do enjoy this hairpiece a lot more, especially since I don't have a Han Solo that has this hairpiece. He does come with his standard gun though. He has his Mos Eisley Cantina clothes on, same as the other one. You have his belt right here, his silver piece. That thing is like, I guess that's his belt. I guess that's not really his belt, that's his belt. You do get this, his like torso, nothing on the legs, and same back printing. And then he comes with his like normal face, and then he comes with his smirking face as well. So with this microfighter, I think it's a good one. It's a much better improvement compared to the other one. You do get a darker one, which I actually looked at my Millennium Falcon, and this is more movie accurate, which I like. You get the same clear piece, and then this thing, they reinforce it so it doesn't fall out, which I like. But this piece right here, there's only 2 studs, so Han Solo he's a little looser, but he will stay in there pretty well. But if you like move him a little bit that way, he'll kind of pop out a little bit. Right here, they're still at gap, and I think it's a little worse, especially since you have that one now, and that one, you can't move it either. You have the lights. They changed out these black pieces. There's the red piece. They have this satellite dish, which I think is better. I think it's better how they can move it left and right. There's a docking base station right there. There's nothing on this side. And then the stud shooters, which I like. I think it's much better, because these you can actually, get out of the way, shoot them, and they won't, and they will actually go and fire as they're supposed to with a good amount of force. The engines I like a lot more. You can move them back and you can see some of the inside, but I really do like that engine a lot more. And then you have these three pieces right here, which I think look really nice. These black pieces, and on the bottom you have 4 of these, so you can have it hover again like the other one. And I think it is a little better, but for this one has them a little higher off ground, so this one's maybe a little bit better for that, just because it's a little higher off ground. Alright, we're now going to compare these two sets. So I'll start off with the minifigures. I am a bit disappointed in the design of these minifigures. This one's clearly the better one, but as far as detail goes, they didn't change anything, which is disappointing, because for 10 bucks compared to this one to that one, I really wish they would have changed something besides the hairpiece on this Han Solo. They're literally the same minifigure, which I guess is reasonable. I don't know what you can change, but I just wish they maybe updated something, because for me it's like a little, like this is like a $5 thing. You're maybe like a $3 minifigure with this, but for me I feel like it's a great way to get a minifigure, so I want to get a new updated minifigure besides the hairpiece, but I just don't like that. I wish they would have changed something. As far as Microfighters go themselves, they are both really, really good. In the front, I like this one a bit more, just because you can move it like that. It's down, so you don't really see any of that. But at the top, they're both, this one I think is better for that than that. This one has a darker piece, which stands out more, but this one's a little more movie accurate, which I think is a bit better. The missiles on this one are clearly better, than this one, because they can actually shoot without, flopping out like that. They can actually fire. The antenna, I think this one's a little bit better, just because it can move left to right, and this one can only move up and down, and it's a bit harder to move. It might be because this one's old, though. The docking station, I think this one's better, just because there's like the tube where the actual ship would connect, which I think is better. I like this one a lot more as far as the back goes. This looks much, much better compared to this one. I like this one a lot more. The bottom, I think this one's a bit better than this, just because this one's a little higher off ground, but you can't really tell, but a little bit. I don't know if you, yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but this one is a bit higher off ground. Like, the cockpits should be about, yeah, right there. So, like, this cockpit's a little lower than this one, which I think this is much better design than this, but this one isn't bad either. They both function. The interior on the top, I like how they replaced it with the black ones. I personally like the silver ones a little more, just because they match the actual grayness of, like, the set itself. Well, that's really bright. But that's really about it with this. I like how they kept this the same. They kept these pieces the same. I do like the silver, though, more. I like the grayer color, just because I think it matches more than the actual darker gray. These are the same, though. There's that red piece right there, which I think still looks good. There's a red piece here, and I don't know why they didn't put one right there. Maybe they just too many pieces that they went over for a $10 set. The bottoms are quite the same, though. There's not much. This one shows a little more of this piece than that one. But both of these Microfighters are really good. If you don't already have a Han Solo Microfighter, I would get this one, especially if you don't have the Han Solo minifigure himself, because it's a great way to get him. Because I think the newest set, correct me if I'm wrong, is the Death Star. So it's a cheap way to get a really nice Han Solo. But if you have this one already, but you don't have a newer Han Solo, I would still get this one just because you get that new Han Solo hair, and this one's a bit better. But if you are fine with this one, I don't think this one's worth it then. If you're okay with what you have, I wouldn't get that, just because this Han Solo is great the way he is, and you might be able to like substitute another minifigures here if you have like one that just doesn't work. But overall, I would give both of these Microfighters, they get, I would say this one, for the amount of silver piece, this one I would say get a 8 out of 10. And this one I'd give a probably 9 out of 10 because the minifigure is better than this one in my opinion. And that the missiles shoot better and it looks a little better. This one comes close just because I think that the lighter gray looks a lot better on it than the darker gray. But that's my opinion. But, oh, I actually like this piece right here. Sorry, I forgot to show you that. This piece right here, it's a lighter gray, which I think looks better. I think if they were to put that there, this one would clearly be the better one. Just because that gray does stand out a little bit than this lighter gray. But anyways, if you want, like, subscribe, share if you can, and comment down below what your favorite Microfighter of the Millennium Falcon is.